Hey everyone, it's Armstrong here from Adai Miniatures, and today I'm gonna be converting this into this. So this car, yeah, it's DTX 35 Custom 56 Ford truck. Is a mouthful, but as well one of my favorite diecasts thus far, you know. Like, I like the shape of it. It's just it's something that you see in this, you know, old kind of rural American movies, you know, about farmer and whatever, and you know, it just reminds me of watching those movies when I was a kid. And you know, like everything that was American back then for us was kind of cool and, you know, very, very interesting. And you know, like I have as well this one in here, you know, this metal machine Zuru whatever, yeah, and I love this one as well. It's giving the same kind of vibe, not exactly because this is just a piece of plastic, yeah, but let's get back to this one. So I like generally what it is, so I don't want to do very aggressive modifications to it. I want to add a armor plate here and there, a weapon, maybe something to just cover, you know, the fact that there is this in here, and maybe a bigger scoop if I can find any for the air intake. But generally this car for me is almost perfect, yeah, and you know, I just like it. So I have this giant resin 3D printed barrels. They were made for Warhammer, and you know, like I forgot to make a hole in the bottom of them, so they have plenty of uncured resin inside, and I have to drill this out and, you know, empty it. But this one big barrel just fits perfectly onto the back. And then I was rummaging through my 3D printed parts and I found this flamethrower. So let's call it a fire truck. And to connect it, I found this a tentacle thingy that I made like ages ago. Basically, I just rummaged through a bag of scrap pieces that I have, and that's what I found. So what I want to do is definitely glue it together, because you see that I disassembled it, as this was at the beginning of me doing the conversions for Gaslands. I went, you know, and do whatever everyone else was doing, you know, just disassemble it. And like I said, in 99% of cases you don't need to do that, and that's one of those cases, because this car, you know, it's low, it looks cool, it's fine, and I assume that the paint job on it was as well quite good. So, you know, weathering only would be probably good enough for it. But, you know, like a dummy, I went and just screw it all up. So let's grab some super glue. This time I'm using this one-time use ones, as the bigger ones tend to get stuck on the regular basis. Yeah? So this cheap one-time use super glue is good enough for me. And I don't want the window to move, so I just add some in here and glue it inside. Hopefully this is gonna catch. Just put the insert, and you could remove the chrome. I was watching, I think it was Wastelands Raceway, and you know, he was removing the chrome with a bleach, so you can easily remove that with bleach. And that weird laughter a few seconds ago, that was my wife. She wanted to say hello. Yeah. So yeah, and you know, so if you dislike the look of the chrome parts on your cars, bleach them. It's gonna take a few seconds and chrome gonna be gone. I'm not sure if it was Gaslands Raceway, but I assume it was him, because I was watching quite a few videos of his lately, And you know, here these little good advices, like all of us, you know, have something that we found that works well. And of course I put too much super glue, so I need to cure it because I don't want to wait for it. There we go. And it's gonna create again better bond for the future. And what next? I want to cover the side windows because obviously I don't have a driver, and you know me, if you watch my videos, I don't like to have the issue of painting the driver and doing God knows what just to cover the fact that I don't have him inside. So you know, covering with the textured eye plates, whatever. Just grab the scissors and you know, cut this to roughly the size of the window. I'm gonna do both windows with this. Hopefully I didn't screw it up. No, it's perfect. One of those days. They do not happen too often, and then my finger's gonna get glued to the window straight away. Because I just got happy. And here we go. Wow. That was better than easy mode. So yeah. This somehow worked. And now the other side. Roughly the same size. And hoping that it's gonna fit. Oh, it's a bit big, but it's okay. It covers nicely. And I just wonder what I'm gonna be doing for the front window, as I don't have a good idea and I don't want to destroy the look of this car. I have this. I'm just gonna glue the flamethrower now. No, that's a bad idea because it's gonna be in the way. When I have extra plate, I can throw it on one of the doors. Just gonna throw them on the driver door. You know, because I said fire truck, straight away the red color kind of speaks to me for this one. And I know that fire truck's supposed to extinguish fires, not start them, but little bit of interpretation. I have this engine with this scoop. Do I want to use that? I'm not 100. Nah, I ain't gonna be using an extra scoop. I was thinking about that, and I managed to convince myself against it. I have this. Do I want to use that? Nope, I'm not sure. Let's just get this what I want to do, and this is gonna be the front window. Again, I'm wondering what to do about it, and just thinking, I think that I have somewhere. Well, I have thin plastic card, but it's not great. I was thinking about putting the slits in here, but this is too thick. It's like, if I use like 3 pieces, it's gonna be done. So not thin enough. Alright, I have this one. It's a paper thick. And I have this. So if this is gonna work, it's gonna look good. If not, it's gonna look extremely bad. So let's see, can I do it? have this, and now they no, this idea again, back to the drawing board. Actually, I'm gonna take the idea from yesterday from the playbook, just couple of holes in the glass, and you know, now I'm doing this with the scalpel, so this actually doesn't do as much damage as the cutters were doing, but as well this isn't as stiff. The previous glass was very stiff and it didn't want to move, so when I press against it, it was just cracking. But in here, it's just, you know, one piece of glass, and here. So this have a lot of space to actually move. So I'm just gonna do, you know, little bit of cracking in here, and then just to. I think that I saw something in this box. Yes. Oh, sorry. I just have a, like, when I was searching for pieces and for ideas today, I found this little thing I was working on ages ago. A green stuff bags and stuff for Gaslands, actually. Like, I just sculpted a lot of little like sandbags and backpacks and whatever. So I was just thinking that maybe, just maybe, putting one on the hood in here, it's gonna be like covering a little bit of the front, and it's gonna give it, you know, some weird look. Yeah, but this is an idea now. Yeah, this is just one of those square bags, and of course I'm gonna just throw a piece of this eye plates on the front half of the front window, like I did yesterday with the Warden team. And maybe just bend it. Doesn't work with me as well as I wanted to. Cut this off. Let's see. Almost. Yep, that's just fine. That's what I was looking for, and this doesn't want to move, so I ain't gonna be forcing it. Just add a drop of super glue here, here, and here, and I have this front window cover. So yeah, Gaslands Raceway did suggest, you know, to put the battle damage into the plastic art, and you know, this is a great idea. Yeah, so like I can just make like small holes with the blade, yeah, and this is tiny, but probably big enough for Gaslands. Yeah, when I work with 40k minis, and you know, like I add damage to shoulder pads, I would just probably, like, I just drill bigger hole, but with Gaslands, any kind of scribing in the plastic art would look great as a battle damage, yeah? And you know, those tiny holes are just good enough for the size of the cars. So now let's just think about placing this barrel here. It is perfect, but this little knob is just gonna be the only contact point. If I put it like that, so I need to grab my clippers and probably just remove it. It would be easier if I didn't glue it together, but you know, Mistakes have been made. Come on. It's not very fun to remove some stuff like that from inside of the car, but now I'm gonna have much better connection points on this. It's gonna lay much better inside of the trunk. So let's get the flamethrower on top. So there we have a flamethrower, and now this inside. I think that I'm gonna have to cut the thing like that, because the thing is that I want this to be just very pronounced. So going up to the top of the flamethrower gonna be, or no, I'm gonna make it into the back, so I need to shorten it again by just a little bit. But the first idea was to go on the top, but now I just see that it's gonna work much better into the back. So let's start gluing it. Super glue, again, copious amount. And this is stock. And in here, surprise, super glue, but a very small amount. And where is my... I have like a second ago one of those here. But yeah, I'm a messy crafter, so I lose a lot of stuff on a daily basis. Okay, and here it is. You see a giant flamethrower, some pack. Maybe I'm just gonna throw another pack. Like, I found them, I completely forgot about them for over a year. No, more than a year, about 3 years now. Yeah, but these are just little details that I made out of green stuff, and the production of them was probably the easiest thing in the world, as I only use a scalpel blade to scope them. And I suck at scoping. Like, this is one of my big things, that I really despair over. I would love to be better sculptor, because then, all of the Warhammer and, those games that I play, all of this equipment would be so much easier, and conversions, if you can scope, oh, the possibilities are endless, but unfortunately, I suck at it. So what can I do? I'm training, but I'm not that far, into it. So yeah. So now, let's just give me a few minutes. So I black bomb it, dry it off, and I'll be right back with the paint job. Now, after a few minutes with the hairdryer, I have in here a very hot Hot Wheels car. Really hot. Yeah, but this happens. So let's go with the idea of the fire truck. Yeah. And let's go with the idea of it being red. Maybe not perfectly in one color, one shade of red, but let's see. So let's grab a biggish brush, cover it in 2 different colors of red, and hope that this is gonna somewhat work. Wow. Like, this is the beauty of red. It's usually covering extremely well. Like, that's why I did like painting Blood Angels for myself. The red colors, even when they was watery, they always did cover very well. And this I was even trying, with two different colors, having this bit blotchy. And look at that, it's just one perfect layer. For some reason the red, whenever you want to screw it, doesn't work. That's okay. I don't complain. I'm gonna have a splotchy yellow on this car. And yeah, who needs airbrush, when you have red? It just goes so well. And I do own like 3 different airbrushes. But the thing with airbrush is that even though it helps you with like when you batch paint, it's an excellent tool for that. For painting a single miniature, just the amount of mess you're gonna put yourself through, because airbrush, gets stuck occasionally and you have to get it cleaned up and everything. And then when you are done, you have to clean it up, obviously. Yeah, you just putting yourself through so much work for one mini that I don't really find the appeal of using it. I prefer brush. In that case, if I batch paint, of course, airbrush is a great workhorse. Yeah, but single miniatures, I would rather avoid it. So, excellent cover with red, not much thinking necessary in here. I know that I have yellow at hand because I was using it just recently, so the yellow. And the yellow is for the barrel. I want the barrel to be yellow to just contrast with the red of the fire truck. I'm gonna use some different brush. Sorry for the shake. Okay, it covers blotchy like I said. So, like, I could water it down, maybe. Gonna cover a bit better, but it's gonna be requiring like 2 or 3 layers. And with my skill, like, this is my nemesis. Yellow is the worst color for me to paint, and I love yellow as a color. It's so bright and so happy. Just, this color just works for me. Just generally, yellow is a cool, nice color. That's how you can see it look very, very sloppy. But for Gaslands in general, why not? Okay. And now let's just grab some metallic because I have these plates to cover. So again, metallic. Just a little bit because this is only for some dry brush. Dry brush can work with pretty much any of those colors. Like, as long as you have a darker color underneath it, then the metallic color gonna come up, yeah. And even with this, red in here, it still works. It's gonna be a bit harder over here as I have to squeeze it in. I assume they're still gonna get out just enough metallic, and then the scoop, I painted grayish over it. Yeah, so yep, and now this and in here. So I have this done, and the gun, of course, yeah, gun. It's a giant flamethrower, so why not? Metallic. And I don't gonna paint those tanks yellow. I don't see it happening. Yep, this one is done. I'll be right back after I dry the yellow. So the yellow is somewhat dry. Just gonna grab some more from the palette, well, which is the lid to my water container, and just splotch it again on top of the barrel, and it looks much better straight away. It's still gonna look splotchy, but I won't complain about it. It's much more yellow. Alright, so I have this done. I need to come back with the red to clean up two small mistakes. I have mistake on the roof where the next to the flamethrower in here, just cover it up, and in here by the fuel tank I got a little bit more than I was bargained for, but yeah, this part is done. Now I'll be right back. I need to grab some browns. So I have a vermin brown and snakebite leather. Both of those colors are pretty much dead paints, but I want to paint those packs that I put on it with the brown. So yeah, as you can see, this is pretty much dead. Maybe if I go here, yeah, this looks thicker. So I'm gonna destroy this brush. Those colors I have for years now, and you know, I haven't been using much browns since I painted a army for my friend. It was a Mordheim army, and that's just show, you know, how the paint separates and everything. And snakebite leather is probably one of my oldest paints, and well, probably a dead completely. Seems so. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this isn't good. But with a little bit of mixing, it actually become alive. But you shouldn't be treating your brushes like I did. I always like the color of snakebite leather. It's just such a cool looking brown. And I was overlooking this color for years. Like, I got it and then I didn't touch it for years, and then, you know, I find it, I open it and I started using it on some sort of minis. I don't remember what was that exactly, and I just fell in love. This yellowish brownish color. Yep. And I need to clean this one. Now what I need is some Noon oil. There we go, Noon oil for this big flamethrower. Just a flamethrower here. Of course we need to dirty up the car It's Gaslands. Oh. Actually, this works. I grabbed some of the snakebite leather by mistake, but it's okay, it works. Yeah, and now long time waiting for the wash to dry, so I'll be back soon enough. And now our fire truck is hot again and dry. Yeah, so this turned out quite nice. And now the one thing that I said already, I do not enjoy doing that, but I have still a lot of this orange to use up. So sponging, yeah, just a little bit around the wheel wells, yeah, and here, and I think it just became more aggressive than I wanted it, but this happens. Maybe a bit in here. Like, I didn't actually research how the rust collects on trucks, but this is my general idea. So let's just dry it off and throw it on the spin table. And now the adventures of this little truck, fire truck, in the world of a Gaslands can begin. It is, you know, a fire truck, so I don't have a clue what sponsor it should be. If anyone have any idea, give me a shout about it. And of course, you know, if you like it, like, rate, comment, subscribe, you know, all of this YouTube shebang. As well, my wife created for me an Instagram, so you can find me under a Madai Miniatures there, if you want to follow me there, you know. And that's pretty much it, you know. So thank you very much for watching, and everyone have a lovely day. Take care.